My name's Chris Hannibut, and here today with my good friend Joseph Macklin, aka Joe Blaq, multi-instrumentalist, vocal producer, songwriter, engineer, just all-around incredible musician, great guy, good friend. Thanks for coming out.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me. It's special.
Yeah.
It's special out here.
So before we get into what you can't live without, and a little bit about your process of how you like to produce and how you like to, songwrite and all of those things. You have a very unique background, being a professional athlete, growing up in Kansas City. Father's a preacher, so I guess what got you into music, and what.
It's crazy. I think music's been in my life since I was a kid. My mom plays the piano. Everybody in my family pretty much sings or plays an instrument. So
I forgot to give you the love for that too.
Yeah,
sing.
Yeah. So I think I can sing a little bit, but yeah, my whole family is musically inclined. So my mom, it's funny, people always ask me like, where'd you learn to play the piano? But my mom used to wake up at like 5 in the morning, 4 in the morning to play the piano. I'd be like, it's too early for all that.
Right.
And she would be praying and singing and stuff like that. And she'll tell you a funny story. She'll be like, I prayed to be a great pianist and singer, but it ended up giving, God gave me that gift, I guess. So she's a little jealous. No, I'm just playing. She's not jealous. But that's kind of how I got started, and just playing in the church and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure she was playing when she was pregnant with you too. So I mean, it's all.
For sure.
That's where your ear comes from.
That's exactly where it comes from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you played ball in college, right? You're a basketball player.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, you were drafted, and during this time, you were still playing music at the same time. Like, how did you?
It was funny because when I was at Colorado State, all my friends were like, "Man, you need to take this music serious." And so I always just have, a keyboard or something like that and create beats and stuff like that. But it wasn't nothing because I was still in tune with playing basketball full time. And so yeah, I ended up, being blessed to be able to play at Colorado State and then go play overseas for a little bit in Australia. And that was a lot of fun. I just, basketball was my life, but music was always there too.
Right.
Yeah.
So what's it like to have won the genetic lottery? Professional athlete, professional musician. What is it like? Could it be harder?
It's funny because a lot of people, like, when you grow up, you don't want people to know that you can sing or that you're a musician. So I play basketball, that's what I do. But, some of the girls like, I heard you could sing. So I would use that, as my little trying to get dates and stuff. But, music was something I kind of kept hitting until I was like 13.
And you actually have also a lot of family that's like also professional musicians, right? I mean, Janelle Monáe is your cousin.
Janelle, we related. Her grandmother Ruby is my grandmother. I think their family. And so Janelle's family and small town, Wyandotte County, Kansas City. Kansas City, Kansas. I get in trouble for saying Kansas City, but we all grew up together. So it's a lot of musicians and a lot of amazing people in the family there.
I haven't met anybody from your town yet that's not incredible.
Yeah, it's some amazing musicians, and I think being in Kansas City, you just have to. You don't have all access to everything that you have in LA.
Oh.
So it's kind of one of those things like you just hone in on your craft.
It's like people from Chicago or Detroit where it's too cold to do anything other than practice.
Just honing in on that gift, man.
Right.
That's it.
So how long have you been active? Like what are some of your first projects? When you first moved, did you ever move to Los Angeles permanently? I know you bounce back and forth between LA and Kansas City now, but
well, it's funny. I give a lot of credit to Baron Davis. I grew up with Barron because him and Earl, my friend Earl Watson, they played at UCLA together, and Barron would come to Kansas City, Kansas a lot. And Barron actually told me, 2010, he was like, man, you're too talented just to be in Kansas City. He said, why don't you come out in LA? So he actually opened up the door for me to move out to LA in 2010. And that's kind of when things kind of really picked up for me.
Wow.
And so
I never knew that.
Yeah,
That's
so
cool.
It was a blessing for him. He's seen my gift, and he was just like, man, you got to be out here. This is where it's at. And from there, things just started happening.
And were your first projects, what type of stuff what got your foot in the door?
I think what got my foot in the door, it was some cool projects. It was a project in Japan that I worked on, and that was a really cool project. But I think the main thing that really got us going, we started off with me and Andre Harris. He's a producer. He's done Jill Scott and a whole bunch of other stuff. But he brought me in to work on 98 Degrees with him. We did that, and then Harmony Samuels actually brought me in to vocal produce for the Ariana Grande project. And that's kind of when things just started like happening.
Right.
I didn't know who Ariana was. He was like, man, just believe me. I'm telling you, this girl, she's a star. And so he brought me on that project. And as we can see, she is
Right.
most definitely a star.
And you vocal produced on that?
Yeah,
That's
I
it?
pretty much vocal produced almost the whole album, but you know, the stuff that Harmony did. But yeah, that was a good time, and that was fun. Like just to be a part of something from the ground and to watch it evolve to what
Right.
it is now.
Yeah, I mean, she's huge superstar.
She's
It's
out
crazy,
here.
and her vocals are insane.
Yeah, so imagine voting. That's like, I wasn't even I was a producer, of course, but I did vocals. That was something that I was good at doing, and that was one of the first projects that I was able to vocal produce.
And then after that, did that then turn into the Bieber and
Yeah,
everything?
after that, it was like simultaneous because me and Dre were always working on stuff for, you know, artists, and it just so happened that Pooh Bear came because Dre and Pooh Bear are really cool. Pooh Bear came and he was like, hey, Justin Project's here. You know, he wants to do his Confessions album. And we were like, Confessions? Well, all right, let's do it.
Right.
And so that's when things came. You know, we did Change Me, and there was a lot of records that came out of that our whole camp at the house that we had. All That Matters came from that. It was a good.
Yeah,
good
it had to have
time.
been fun. I mean, plus to be able to learn from Pooh Bear too. Like I worked with him a few times years
Yeah.
ago, and that guy is just like,
Yeah, like
I mean, he's insane. But, I mean, like,
there's some
it's just
people
like
that
this.
just have it. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
And like I really credit Pooh Bear, like he just has the melodies and his writing is great. And even Andre Harris, you know, like he's super dope. He kind of really, I say he helped me kind of take it to the next level. You know, I think I had the talent, but he helped me like, that's not cool enough. And that was the first time somebody was really honest with me and telling me like, you know, do some things that's cool and have a good vibe. And that's
Right.
when I really started to catch the vibe. Yeah.
Wow. And now, what type of stuff are you into now? Like, what type of projects are you getting into, and what are you looking forward to in the
Right
future?
now, it's such a good time. I think music is one of those things where it's open and independent is really strong. So I'm excited to work with a lot of independent artists. There's some stuff with Hicko that I'm working on that I'm super excited about with L.A. Reid and,
Yeah, I
and
heard
Chubby.
some of it. It's great.
Chubby Baby,
Sounds
man, that's
really
my
good.
guy. I appreciate him a lot for bringing me on some stuff. But it's some really, really cool stuff going on. And just, you know, like the Her vibe and all that stuff, it's really good
Yeah.
energy right now. But yeah, I've been working with Evan Ross. He's, you know, doing his album. Him and Ashley, they put out an album, and I got to work on that. And got to write a song with Diana Ross this last year. And so, I mean, that's life-changing.
And you did that here, or
We were in, we went to her. She's the queen. So we went, I think it's somewhere in Connecticut we went, and the place where she recorded all the hit records.
Whoa.
And so we went to her old stomping grounds and just sat and got to really just ask questions, like, you know, about Marvin Gaye, and it was like surreal, man.
Oh, that's super cool.
Yeah.
You got to hang out in addition to just
just to, you know, hey, we're working or we're shooting a show. Or,
Right.
It was like she was talking to us about real life. So
Wow.
yeah,
So, let's talk about some gear.
let's do it.
What can you live without right now? Like, what's the piece of gear that's really, you know, getting you going, that inspires you, that fits the modern producer musician?
I'm really big on like sounds that are just authentic, and you know, back in the day, they were going tape, and so those sounds were just so crisp and just it was just something to them, and so I've been really. You introduced me to this actually. The Roland Cloud is something that I've been really, because it's just, you know, I've been trying to come up with the '90s sound because I'm really into the '90s vibe right now. And to have the Roland Cloud it's been crazy because the sounds are so rich, they're so clear, they're authentic, and they have a grit to them. You know, some of these sounds could kind of be thin, and just these sounds are just amazing.
Yeah, I mean, even the cheesy ones are like cheesy in the right way.
Yeah, right. And which is hard to find, like, you know.
Exactly.
I just, you know, there's so many sounds out, and there's so many places you can get sounds from, but the Roland Cloud it's not comparable, I don't think.
So the model for the Roland Cloud is the subscription model, which, you know, Slate was one of the first companies that started kind of doing that, and then Pro Tools, and, you know, I love it. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
it's no excuses now. It's like, you know, before you may leave your hard drive at home.
Yeah.
Now it's just like, you know, if I'm in Kansas or if I'm in LA and I forgot my drive in Kansas, it's like, oh, I can just go on with my subscription and get all the stuff, and I don't have to miss a beat.
Right.
So for me to be able to have access to all my sounds at any time, at any studio.
And jump from computer to computer without ever, it doesn't even have to be yours.
Yeah.
You know?
Like that, sweet to me. Like that makes things easier and it keeps your workflow great.
Right.
So the subscription, I that's perfect.
And I like them just also just a monthly payment rather than, you know, like lump sums.
We need
of
that
6,
10,000 up front.
Right.
Nah.
Right. Yeah.
Do the monthly payment, and it's great. It's affordable.
Yep.
And you get great sounds, and you can take them wherever you are.
Exactly.
So, I think that's the plus. That's a big plus for me, I think.
Great.
Yeah.
You want to go through a few, you know?
Yeah, we can.
A few of the things?
Yeah, we can.
All right, cool. Let's see. I can just run. Do you have any of the presets that you really like?
Yeah, this one's a good one. This is a good one.
All right, cool.
That's a good sound.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
And we haven't even got into like making adjustments or anything else like that. This is just what it is right now, and it sounds. I could pull this up and like, let's just go, and we can work and stay in the flow. I think that's the biggest thing with producing and writing. You want to stay in the flow of stuff, and to be able to pull up a sound, and it automatically is rich.
Yeah,
you know?
staying inspired.
Yeah,
not having
inspired.
to tweak it and stuff like that. Yeah, where the presets are already like somewhere good to start.
Yeah, and then you want some cool bass stuff. It's just, you know, it's just, you know, it's just
right.
It's just
right. Yep.
Yeah, it's just rich. You know what I mean? Like it's. I guess you really can't say anything, but the sounds are rich.
I really like that they update stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like every once in a while, it always is like, oh, there's a new instrument available.
I need that.
And that's cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you have a whole new set of things to like go through, which is super cool.
Yeah. No, I think that for me to be able to pull up, you know, and if you are other producers and writers that are out there, like for me, I think it's big to be able to pull up a sound. Of course, if you want it to sound good as a stock sound, you're winning. But to be able to make your adjustments and, you know, and really mold a sound to what you want, you can really dig in. It's user friendly. So like, I mean, if I wanted to just add some extra reverb or what delay time or whatever it is, it's easy. It's an easy function for me. So I don't have to be like stressing out like I need to go to read the manual or. You know.
Other than the Jupiter 8, which are there a couple of the other ones that you like that are go-tos?
Like the Juno. The Juno is my thing, man.
Yeah, the Juno is really great.
Yeah, the Juno is super dope. This is probably another stock.
Yeah.
We just pulled that up too.
Exactly.
It's just
it has the Stranger Things vibe, you know.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But I'm really big in the '90s sound right now, so this is perfect for me and for anything like just to have thick, rich sounds, you know. That's perfect for me, you know. So.
Is there a situation that you've recently used it in?
Yeah. Well, we do.
It's probably been used all over Millie stuff.
Yeah, it's all over. It's a '90s vibe record. I think we can pull it up here. I don't want to close this out. Maybe we could just. So yeah, we recently worked on this. She's I think she's gonna be a star, and I think other people are really checking for her. But especially Hitco, I think is really be smart for them to sign her. But we worked on this. We wanted to go with the '90s vibe and just have something that felt good and people can dance around to, kind of like what Bruno's doing a little bit. And so this is that. And I used a lot of the sounds that I use are from the Roland Cloud in this. And so you can go play it. Yeah, you can. Small talk. So yeah, I use a lot of the sounds from the Roland Cloud on this synth sound. Small talk, don't
too fly to take a back seat in my own ride. No delay. I'm a big gun before you realize. No, there ain't no wrong with conversation. Got my mind made up and I ain't changing. Tell me now if you're going or you staying. I said what? I said what? I said hold up, jumping in a million.
So if I wanted to add bass or something else cool in there,
I'm too fly to take a back seat in my own ride. No delay.
it's got a little reverb. We could take the reverb out of it if we
Sure.
wanted to.
All right, let's mess with that sound a little bit, just to show how easy it is. So can you mind playing it just for a sec?
Sure.
All right, so you want
See, you know, it's got a lot of delay and reverb, so if we want to take
pull the
some of
reverb
that,
down, try
pull it-
that. All right, cool.
See, easy.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
get me right to it. Like
Yeah.
I don't have to think when we're working in and we're vibing. Like I don't be trying to figure out how to cut the delay or the reverb down. It's just easy.
Right.
1-2 step.
Right.
We in and out, and we can keep rolling with the creative process. So
Great.
yeah, you know.
Fantastic.
But yeah, it's just like I was saying with the Roland Cloud. I mean, it's got the JX 3P. It's got the Jupiter 8. It's just all the retro just stuff that I like. It's in there, and it's stock sound great.
Okay, cool. So I'm currently doing these, I know, like discussed, you're doing these projects with Hicko and the Evan Ross stuff and Diana Ross. Congrats. Obviously, you just had a kid too.
Yeah.
A little boy this last year. So he's adorable. What is exciting to Joe Blaq for the next year?
I think because I did have a son now, I'm excited about the future.
Right.
You know, so there's, we have our Rihannas and Beyoncés, but there's new stars coming out. We seen it at the Grammys this year. Ella Mai, her. So I'm looking for just new, fresh sound and just a new energy and just to keep this thing going, this thing we call music.
Right.
You know,
Well, and the amazing thing about when artists like her is that, being a musician,
man.
to hear musicianship
When?
gets you excited again.
Yes.
I mean, because it's like, oh wow, maybe there could be another Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
Maybe there could be another time when somebody comes out that
And that's
sells playing.
I mean, we most definitely gonna see that. Like,
Yeah.
kids are getting more talented. They have so much access to stuff that we didn't.
Yeah.
It's
Let's
just-
go on YouTube. You see.
Yeah,
It.
you can find like kids doing all kind of crazy stuff, like making beats, little kids making beats, but because it's accessible, and I think that access is good.
Well, again, Joe, thank you very
Bro,
much, man.
appreciate you, man.
Can't say how much I appreciate you coming through and helping out and giving them as much wisdom as you can to everybody.
Listen, a lot of people don't know, but Chris has been like one of the most solid people in this industry. It's hard to find
Thanks,
people
man.
like that, and so, man, I thank God for you, man. Keep pushing,
Likewise,
man.
bro.
Keep pushing.
Yeah.
If I would just give some nuggets, is to keep learning, always be a student. I'm still a student in this game, so
Yeah.
every day be a student, learn. Like there's new stuff every day, and you're gonna get left behind if you just think that you don't have to continue with the
Right.
education of it.
Yeah.
So I think that's my biggest thing. Keep being a student. You can find me, Joe Blaq Wyco. That's JoBlaqWyco on Instagram, and on Facebook I am Joseph Edward Macklin. You can find me there, and that's all I have.